What's going on, everyone? So, I want to see the Lakers with the 55th pick personally. Either get a development center, right? Some type of center, third big right now, but a guy that can eventually develop into hopefully your starting center, or get me a 3-and-D wing that give you some impact right now. Not a guy, again, that you're looking to play 30 minutes a night or play a big role or anything like that, or start or anything. Just a guy that come in, play a role, maybe get 15 minutes of action a night. Ideally defend multiple positions, have some strengths. Obviously, any guy is going to be, needing a little bit development as a rookie, but Lakers are a team that's trying to balance this youth and kind of soft rebuild with, hey, we want to compete now, right? And one of the guys that I look at is Micah Peavy as a guy that could come in, play a role, right? Guy that is already looked at as like an NBA level defender, versatile defender, right? Talk about a guy that's 6'8" in size. He's got a 6'8" wingspan, so he doesn't have this like long wingspan. Not one of those guys that's like 6'8" with like a 7'2" wingspan, right? He's basically, his height is his wingspan. But he is an athlete that has athleticism, that can defend multiple positions, that can be very switchy, especially in a JJ Redick style defense in which he wants to switch everything and he wants to be versatile out on the defense side of things. He's a guy that I think could come in and play that role. He's 23 years old. Lakers like these more seasoned college players. Lakers like these guys that can come in. They kind of know, hey, I'm here to play a role. I'm here to slot in and do what I need to do, right? And he's a guy that I think can do that and do that rather nicely. And, the best way for him to earn a role and earn minutes and, again, be that 15-minute a game guy immediately is by playing said role, right? Coming in, doing the dirty work, grinding, working hard, hitting the occasional shot, all the works. But again, as far as his draft ranking goes, he's projected to go in the 50th range. I've seen him all the way to the very end of the draft, like 59th with Houston, up to, kind of the early 40 range. So again, it'll be kind of interesting to see if he's a guy that kind of falls in that range. But from Georgetown, prestigious organization, very well known, right? 212 pounds, got good size, good strength. You kind of go over his pros and cons and his weaknesses, as well as kind of what he produced as far as production-wise goes. He was a 40% three-point shooter in college, right? Shot 40% exactly on the dot, 48.1% from the floor. He shot 66% from the free throw line, which is not great. Got to do a better job knocking down your free throws, but 6 rebounds, 4 assists, half a steal or half a block, and 2.5 steals. So again, guy, play some defense, right? Be switchable, be versatile, rebound the basketball, right? Hit the open shot. And that's the big thing. He has a good nose for the basketball. He's just really good at positioning himself, being that just hustle player, diving for loose balls, creating second chance opportunities. There we go. Words are hard. And one of the things that he's actually really good at, and kind of like a green flag, is the offensive rebounds. Really good at just kind of getting his team second chance opportunities that lead to more shot attempts, more field goal percentages, right? Creating steals, turnovers, all of that. He's just a guy that I look at as one of those players that can come in, hard-nosed athlete that can just do those dirty works, right? So again, green flags would be steals, offensive rebounds, field goal percentage, assist to usage rate, as well as 3-point percentage and defensive BPM. Weaknesses are draft age, which again, 55th pick, not so worried about that. Lakers are, with the 55th, if you can just get a guy that can be your 8th or 9th guy off the bench with the 55th pick, you did great, right? Like, you're just hoping to get somebody that is not out of the league in 2 years. Like in most circumstances, most guys in 2 years are out of the league when you're talking about guys that are the 55th pick in the draft, right? So again, you look at weaknesses, his draft age, wingspan ratio, because again, he's a guy that is 6'7", 6'8", with a 6'8" wingspan, right? 6'7.5" to be exact. He's 6'7.5" as far as height goes, 6'7.5" with his wingspan. But again, 212 pounds, right? Can he get to like 220 range, 225 range, kind of put on some more muscle, right? So he can kind of, maybe not have the wingspan that's insane at like 7'2", 7'3", but can be more physically imposing, slide shift, kind of bump guys off their spots in that defensive manner. Free throw percentages, as I mentioned, free throw attempt rate, which is, again, not great percentage by any stretch of the imagination. He's got to do a better job at kind of just being crafty in his spots, right? Being able to, he's a guy that can and does have the size and the strength to finish through contact and whatnot, but he's a guy that needs to, be able to, when he does get to the foul line and does create those opportunities, be able to knock down the ball. But you also got to keep in mind, role with the Lakers. Like, how much are the Lakers going to be asking for him to self-create, right? Like, the biggest strengths for him are his three-point shooting and defense, right? And rebounding. All three of those things the Lakers desperately need, like more than anything: rebounding, shooting, and defense. And all of those things he checks off. You're not going to be asking for him to come in, play this stout, like, oh, we need you to take 15 shots a night, right? Like, create for yourself, create for others, and do all these other things. No, they're going to be looking for him to be a legit 3-and-D wing that can slot in, at the 2, at the 3, even on occasions at the 4. I think he's probably best in that 2-3 range, just given his strengths, right? But you're looking for him to just slot in, play that role, knock down the open shot, defend multiple positions, dive for loose balls, sacrifice your body, do the dirty work, do the grunt work. Like I mentioned earlier, how do you get opportunities? You do the things that make you, undeniable, right? Make it so they cannot take you off the court. Buy in and play your role. You know what your role is. Be that 3-and-D guy. Not everyone has to be a superstar. Not everyone needs to be, best player in the league or anything like that. Sometimes you need that guy that's just, if he could even become a starter one day, that would be massive, right? Just like a role player, your 5th guy in your starting unit would be fantastic, especially with his size and his strengths. But again, win shares, fouls, right? Which fouls are usually a common thing with college players, right? A little overly aggressive, also a little more whistle happy at times, right? So, whenever I see like fouls as like a red flag, I'm not too worried about it. It's just, to me, that's more just better discipline. Like, all the flaws that you look at are all things that can easily be corrected, right? It's just like, like I said, like the things that he can't change, his age and his wingspan, like those things you can't fix, right? But it's not like it's terrible, right? And that's what the Lakers are looking for, a guy that can make an impact and come in and insert himself now, like immediately, today, right? And he can do that. And then free throw percentage is something that definitely needs to work on. Projected NBA 3-point percentage, but again, he shot 40% from 3-point range, right? Like, he's a guy that should be able to relate to that. Offensive win shares, fouls, win shares, offensive BPM, and then offensive rating, right? But again, he's not going to be a guy that you're looking to self-create. He's not a guy that you're looking to come in and be on ball, doing all this crazy fancy stuff. He's a guy that you're looking just, hey, see that corner? Stay in that corner, move without the basketball, defend, chase down loose balls, be aggressive, stay active, and we're in business. That's all you could really ask for. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos. I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.